That looks good. So instead of just one little hair shine ring like we used to do, I'm going to change the light source into a little bit more intense. So something like this. And then the light would somewhat reflect over here. Hmm. Can add a little bit more ring to it too, would make the ring smaller, like that. Mm. See the lights up here. This is gonna be maybe a little lighter compared to the other light from the other side. Okay. Overall, the shading, it's pretty good for the shading. I like it so far. Like you can see things a little bit better now, right? I know this technique is kind of hard for some folks who are used to just doing line sketch without actually doing any painting. Like they plan out their stuff first, but for me, I'm more spontaneous. So for spontaneous artists who change things way too often and has a, have an issue with never getting their mind, like never getting one thing done, it just kept on changing over time. Like I think this technique is really good, but for those who already have their drawing plan out and they don't want to change anything, or even if they were to change, it's going to be very minor, then like this painting style is a little bit chaotic. And it can be very intimidating too. Also, it might take a long time for a lot of folks too. So it really depends on you. I'm just really used to this by this point that I can't like I can go back to normal sketch. It's just that it's I'm gonna have a hard time envision the value and in seeing if things look balanced or not because I'm so used to see the value in color. So let's change the shape. So even here, like the more I'm changing, the more I'm reshaping this. And then some folks are gonna be like, why are you doing that? Why are you doing certain things? It's really hard to say. I think it's just that if I feel like the drawing looks better this way, then it looks better this way. Like especially with hair, because it's such an organic form. You can basically twist it, change it however you want. As long as you can see the value of it, then you're pretty good. And to add more shading, like that looks a little bit better already, right? So on shading until I get to a position that I like. Mm, Very darker. Only the light part should be very limited. Really. So sure, I'll figure it out later. Don't spend too much time on one spot. Just try to get everything down first. Then you can always go back, clean up more things. But if you stay in one place for too long, it might it's gonna make the drawing longer. We don't have that much time in this class, so let's try to avoid that. I I also think that my speed is pretty comfortable to a lot of people. Maybe a little bit too slow for a lot of people. Okay, that. Hmm. Mm, okay, that looks good. Now we just move down to the hair. Let's see. Erase this part because that's supposed to be the hair behind. For that. Here. Hmm. Part looks better if it flows down like this. And then go outside. Hmm. I'll leave it for a little bit. That looks kind of funny. Ah, would be this much, right? And the hair below. Okay. Okay, I see this. I see this now. Yes, finally. Hey. Ooh, finally going somewhere. then I think overall it's pretty good. Like this. You guys can see, right? I can actually visualize this now. It takes a little bit to get to this point, but when we get to a point where we can actually see the form, it's actually just very smooth sailing from here. I wonder if this is in front or behind. Wait, no. I would tie my back. One like this. Oh, I think it should go that low. Okay, it shouldn't go that much. Then we have little hair. Okay. A little hair coming out. This. Just like this. Hello, fellow artists. Welcome back to chapter 12. In this chapter, we'll learn about different facial expressions for characters. We'll learn about how to draw and render ears really fast. And then we'll play around with Clip Studio 3D head models and it would and how it will help us on drawing different face in different perspective. Very convenient. And then finally, for this chapter, we'll go over the face of the character that we're drawing for this class. So stay tuned. This chapter will be also long. All the head drawing chapter will be quite long, but I do believe that including everything for the head chapter is extremely crucial because for anime art, the most important aspect is the face, is the eyes, is how you capture your viewer attention with just the face. So I really want to be very thorough with the head drawings, and then after this, all of the future chapter, it won't be this tedious, I promise. Okay, so let's get this started. Hello, fellow artists. Welcome back to chapter 12. In this chapter, we'll learn about different facial expressions for characters. We'll learn about how to draw and render ears really fast. And then we'll play around with Clip Studio 3D head models and it would and how it will help us on drawing different face in different perspective. Very convenient. And then finally, for this chapter, we'll go over the face of the character that we're drawing for this class. So stay tuned. This chapter will be also long. All the head drawing chapter will be quite long, but I do believe that including everything for the head chapter is extremely crucial because for anime art, the most important aspect is the face, is the eyes, is how you capture your viewer attention with just the face. So I really want to be very thorough with the head drawings, and then after this, all of the future chapter, it won't be this tedious, I promise. Okay, so let's get this started. Uh, the let's continue with the illustration. Just here. Hmm. I have a larger hair section like this. What if? See, let's test it out and see. I think I like this a little bit more. Maybe not as much as not much long ahoge. Make it shorter. Okay. I'm pretty satisfied with this. Pretty satisfied with what we have so far. We just need to continue cleaning. Maybe in here I'll add a little ribbon, but I'll add it later when we get to the accessory and clothing rendering. I'll add more accessory into this. On second thought, I think adding the braid should be cute. Go at the braid. Arrive below here. Let's see if this new direction of hmm, well, let's not overthink about about this. Probably going to take forever if I were to overthink. Let's get the overall shape first. I'll just have this as implied. And then I'll think about the shave a little bit later. I might just be overthinking about this. Just a little bit. I think that area is pretty good. This area is getting a lot clean. Thing like this, and I'll add a little ribbon in the end. And everything should look a little bit better. Actually, the buns is getting a really nice shape. I just need to know what the hair direction goes. Well, could work that way. Could work like hmm. Yeah, good enough. Sometimes it's just learning to give up. And okay, we can work on this at the end too. There's no reason for us to spend all